Back with Bobby and JJ, well, Brian and JJ Radio. Woo! Yeah, that's it. We got Miss Mary Peters from University of Texas San Antonio. She actually offices in the downtown campus, which is home to our regional SBA center. It's been in the industry for right about 3 decades somehow. I want to say thank you for coming back and hanging out with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Miss UTSA?
Mrs. UTSA.
Mrs. UTSA.
We love when you're on. We get kind of you're kind of like the pulse of the small business stuff that's going on here in San Antonio. First and foremost, for our listeners that don't know, talk about the SBA program at UTSA downtown and who you guys service and what do y'all do.
Great. My program is also actually called the Small Business Development Center, and we are jointly funded by the federal government through the Small Business Administration and through the state of Texas. And our goal is to reach those who want to start businesses or who already are in small businesses and really address their problems and their projects. Whatever issue comes across their desk, we're here to help them with real-time information so that they make good business decisions and can be successful.
Sure. I think my favorite thing that you all do, and I've sent some potential clients that actually become clients, you sit them down, you do pretty much like a feasibility study of the type of business that they're thinking about. Mm-hmm. I've sent some clients that actually been on the show after they've opened up after going down with you. One's it's a social card club, and it was a new concept that, well, now it's not anymore. There's a bunch of them now, but at the time there really wasn't any competition. You guys helped them through the entire process, figuring out what's a better location for them, projected profit and loss statements, how much of the startup cost is going to be, where they can find funding, what the demographic was, where it's working in other places in the United States. And it was very extensive. What I liked about it is by the time I got them back from you, they had a business plan. They were ready to go. They knew their budgets. And it was a lot easier for me to find a spot at that point because, I mean, you guys did all the work.
That's great to hear. And did you mention that the price is right?
The price was right. It was a goose egg, I heard.
Yes.
It was a big zero.
Absolutely free. We are funded by tax dollars. That's great. And we take that very seriously.
Yeah. And it's not like it's free, like just get out of our way type of thing. These are fully staffed department, and they're working tirelessly for these clients.
Our business advisors have either been business owners themselves,
right, or
worked within a discipline that is relative to small business. They may have been bankers. They may have worked in advertising.
Right. Yeah, because marketing was, extensively what you would assume a business plan needs. It was in there, and it was awesome. So I want to say thank you, and we obviously will keep on sending everyone. But let's talk about some other entrepreneurs that are. What is available for entrepreneurs out there right now? I know we have a workshop that we want to kind of plug. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Yes, we will be engaging with Launch San Antonio on November the 12th through the 17th to put on San Antonio Entrepreneurship Week. And UTSA Small Business Development Center is actually hosting on November 12th with a variety of different workshops that are at no cost. And they're at our downtown campus, and we've even arranged for parking to be free.
Ooh. Wow. Downtown is kind of tough. Yeah.
So is that open to anybody and everybody?
Absolutely.
Okay. What if you have maybe a small business or an entrepreneur that's already kind of up and running but looking to take their business to the next level? Is that something that they'd be welcome to, or?
Well, absolutely to that event, but in engaging with one of the business advisors that begins by listening to what the needs are and what some of those opportunities might be, then they can recommend specific programs that really meet the needs of a business.
Perfect.
So, for example, the San Antonio SBDC there at UTSA has a program called Building Business Excellence that I know that they are gearing up for in the spring. That is very advanced and really deals more with the leadership and the management of growing businesses.
That's good. Yeah, because I know that when I first, before you started kind of going through it, when I was just hearing a little bit up front, it sounded maybe it's for somebody starting, but it's open to pretty much anybody.
At every level.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, because unfortunately, entrepreneurship and small business, the success rate is small in some cases. So definitely having that guidance is key, and that's great that that's happening, and it's absolutely free.
I just don't think people realize that we have the regional center here. So,
they don't.
They talk about how many counties you guys actually service.
UTSA contracts with the Small Business Administration and then again receives funding from the state government to service the 79 county of South and West Texas. And of course, we couldn't serve all those entrepreneurs from San Antonio, so we subcontract with other colleges and universities as far out as El Paso, as far to the south is the Valley, down along the coast up through Victoria, just north of Austin and San Angelo.
It just happens to be the main places here in Bexar County, so
Well,
we're
they gotta
obviously
show up to
very.
that event if they can.
Yeah, I mean it's here. We have to.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing, I know that you guys want to drive some traffic to your website to take a survey. Talk about that a little bit.
Absolutely. We often tease our clients once we're on a friendly basis with them that we never charge for our services, but we might survey them to death. So we are very comfortable with the dynamics of our own businesses, asking them about satisfaction of the program and various aspects and elements about the business.
Sure.
But what we don't always have a good feel about is those other businesses that we haven't touched, because we want to stay current and relevant to all businesses and therefore be attractive to them and bring on
Sure.
new clients. So a few years ago, we started partnering with the Federal Reserve Bank out of Dallas and conducted what was called the Texas Small Business Needs Assessment Poll. That poll was so successful that it kind of got cannibalized onto a national level through the Federal Reserve Bank, and it's now called the Small Business Credit Survey. When we lost kind of the control
The
and
reins,
down home
yeah.
feel that we had in Texas, there was a drop in responses last year. So, for example, in last year's survey, there were about 8,000, a little over 8,000 responses nationally. There were only 68 in our area.
Wow.
And we had been enjoying hundreds and over thousands of responses. So we really want to encourage small businesses to let their voice be heard.
Yeah.
The main areas that the survey covers are just the business conditions, the financing needs, and the credit experiences of small business. So if you're like me and you see surveys and think, well, why didn't I ever get an opportunity to have my voice heard in that
Yeah.
survey? This is an opportunity for small businesses to make their voice heard. It's absolutely confidential. It's never dealt with on a per respondent basis. It just feeds into the whole of what small businesses in Texas can use to educate those who are making decisions about the
Funding.
products and services, funding,
Right, which is
or
huge, right?
service providers,
Right.
and how we can best serve them.
So it's crucial, because if no one says anything, well then you don't know what you want, and if they don't know what you all or what entrepreneurs need, and if they don't know what we need, meaning the federal government, then the funding kind of is not dispersed correctly.
Right, right. And the survey just opened and will be will be open through December the 8th.
So if you're an entrepreneur, get to your website. This website, I mean, it's txsbdc.org. That's txsbdc.org. You can always call them at 210-458-2450.